is up, everybody? We are Tri
Virtual
Roundtable. I did mess that up. I did jack that up.
Did he seriously mess it up again?
My
I have
God.
no idea what I was thinking. My part was
No clap. No clap.
What the heck was
And
that?
we just-
and we literally just
just
talked
practiced
about
that.
it.
Yeah, but that's because Icy messed it up. So
Yeah,
I
and
was
it
thinking
threw
that
you
I
off.
was thinking I
It
had to
threw
kick
you off.
in and help him out.
Yeah. all
Okay,
right.
first of all, I didn't mess it up because I didn't say my word because I didn't know we were doing it.
Look, you still got to argue.
He's still talking. Look at him. Why don't you shave?
Yeah. All right. So, Doc, it's all you. This is all Doc, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. So we all got together and we always try to find topics. Last week was doors. Last week we were talking about doors. So hey, amazing topic. We were able to, really, I don't know, reveal or display the extraordinary.
By the way, Zeke said that he will be if you ever need a guest, no matter what the subject, he'll come in.
Yeah, hey, Zeke was cool.
It was really good. So today what we're going to talk about is something that we kind of talk about behind the scenes is how crazy the world is in terms of finances. And one of the things I usually say is that one of the things that will make the world probably a better place is to get rid of greed, which we all know is impossible. I mean, does a man really need $17 billion? Even family, does a family really need $17 billion? So I know we're going to touch a lot of the subjects, but my framework is going to be based on Robert Kiyosaki, how you say his name? Robert, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm probably saying his name wrong, but it's an international bestseller, and we had watched a video earlier that really brought out some excellent points in terms of finances and how we're not like traditional education. Financial literacy education is way better than traditional education in terms of how to survive in this world. Because as we know, we get taxed. I mean, you buy a car, you got to pay for registration, which makes no damn sense. You got to pay for registration. You got to pay.
It depends. Just touch on the registration. It's not consistent. You could spend $50 in Texas, and it's $1,000 in Washington. The same vehicle. I just watched the video that a lady moved,
Right.
and that's the difference. It's crazy.
Everything in our society is about taking money from you. Now I know we're going to talk specifics, but we're going to talk about our how we perceive things. Like everything's about. Hey, Catherine, everything's about taking money from you, and I think we've just gone too far with it. For example, I'm a foot doctor, right? So I have to take a test to see somebody's feet in, let's say, California or Oklahoma or Texas. Nobody's damn feet are different anywhere else, and there's no legal implications to it. Like if you have a broken toe in Texas, I'm pretty sure it's the same damn.
It's going to be a broken toe in Washington or Jersey.
Now I'm getting pissed, right? Now I'm getting pissed. The fact that I gotta sit there and spend and take a damn license test to see somebody's broken toe in another state makes no damn sense whatsoever. So that makes me mad, and that's the thing that bothers me about medicine, because it makes no sense. I should be able to, like anybody else, pack up and go. I think society has just gotten so used to taxing you and getting money for you. All these organizations, from everybody's perspective, I can understand legal because laws change, right? But certain professions, it's like there's just an organization there to take money. And if you don't pay into the organization, people say, well, you're not supporting the organization. Damn organization ain't doing jack crap any damn way, mostly. You just have a whole bunch of people who got whatever credentials and got some friends, and they got into a little seat and they're making money, generally.
Yep.
Let's talk about generally. I'm not saying don't do anything, but generally what it is. So I'm gonna digress real quick, but I'm gonna go back. I see what you were saying about the registration. I have a electric SUV Mustang Mach E, right? So I get my registration. It's $300 to register because I'm not participating in, I guess, gas. But it's treating it like if you have a home, you get the electricity, you never get gas, right? Okay, so it's a little bit cheaper there. But if you go to the charging station, I'm paying money for that. It's not as much as gas, but I'm going and I'm
it's like Washington and California. So many electric vehicles. They said we're going to start charging by the mile, a tax by the mile. Like, wait a minute, I'm paying gas, but I'm still going to have to pay by the mile now.
Again,
right?
Yep.
So my point was that is that my registration for that car is $300, but for my other car is $75. So you're gonna make me pay $300 as if I have a house
because they're not getting the gas money tax.
Right. Yep. But I'm paying because I'm going to Wawa to charge my car. I'm not at a home, right? And so where I can just charge it in the garage. So you're treating me like somebody who has a home who can charge for relatively cheap prices. I'm going to the Wawa, wherever I can charge and get my stuff. That's right down the street. It's convenient. But at the end of the day, I'm still paying $20 here, $30 here, depending on the charge I need. So I'm just disappointed.
They're going to get their money somehow.
And I'm going to let you guys kick in. But here's my problem. It's just the greed of it, right? Everything's about taking money from you. Like even the subscription process. Like everything is about taking money. You take a step. You take a drive everywhere. We went up to New York for my daughter's thing. It's everything. The tolls are ridiculous. Like if once a bridge or a highway is done, I understand maintenance. You ain't doing that. First of all, it should be made to maintain for a period of time. So the tolls you kiss it, because there's no way you're getting $5-6 for all these thousands of people at every couple of minutes that you don't have enough money to maintain the bridge. And here's my other issue.
And this is where my area is going with what you're going to piggyback. I'm going to piggyback on yours.
No,
keep going.
But my problem is they go from $1. They don't even go from $1 to $1.25. They go from $1 to $2, $2 to $4.50 to $6. So where the hell do your expenses come from? Because it's the same damn road. It's the same damn road.
And then my add-on to what you're saying is management. How you guys are mismanaging your money so bad and putting it on things that they shouldn't be putting it on. I'm sure, just like you said, the where you have to get your license, all they do. Right. A lot of the stuff that they do in the background is unnecessary because a lot of it's probably dealing with the government, dealing with all these regulations that they don't need to be dealing with, and going back and forth and stupid. So the management and all that stuff is getting paid. And again, so all your I can guarantee you the executives that are working the bridges are their pockets are getting fat. Their money is getting bigger because obviously the tolls are getting more and more.
Yeah, man. That's
well. Speaking of tolls, like we have a bridge here. We have a bridge here, and they're building a brand new bridge next to it, right? And that way we're going to have both directions their own bridge. But they're like, well, we need to have a toll because we need to pay for the bridge. Once we get enough, then it's paid for and we're good, right? Then no more toll. So then it was like $1.25, and then it went to like $2, and then it was completed. So now we can use the new bridge, and then now it's $3.25 for a toll. Then the opponents are like, you said that after 2 years we're not going to do no more toll.
Exactly. And we have unexpected expenses.
So then,
Well,
yeah. So then they said, well, if you want to save money, you get a toll like card. You put money on it, and instead of it's $3.25, it's only $3, right, per time.
Right.
So then I get a job across the bridge in a meat cutting job over there. So I said, well, I'm paying about $700 more a year. Safeway, are you going to reimburse me? No. So I go, what about the other 55 meat cutters that don't have to go to that store?
Yeah, exactly. No,
like, so now it's still going on, but it's like $5, $5.50 for a toll. Wait, it's supposed to be done.
Yeah. And again, I go back to the management. Like, what are you guys doing with the money?
What they did was they started using the money.
Yep.
They started using the money for something, and then we can't let this dry up. We want to do this. We got let's hire. Let's pay for
again, that's that greed,
group.
And that's greed. Yep.
Like if you really think now a little bit of politics, if you really think the NRA gives a crap about your what's the amendment, Second Amendment for right to bear arms? Which one's that one, right? So
Did you say what is the?
Yeah, I don't know. I got.
Don't ask me. I ain't gonna lie.
Anyway, you know where everybody says, "Oh, I got a right to bear arms," stuff like that. If you really think the NRA cares about your right to bear arms, it's not even about that. It's not even about when they said Obama would take your guns, because he never implemented any policy, never even indicated. It was indicated he was implementing any policy to take away your guns. But they pushed that narrative. It wasn't about your rights. And I'm serious, man. It's not about Republican, Democrats, not like that. But you just know the game. The game is like, they're going to take away your guns. Not everybody bought guns.
Well, and again, so who all is involved in that? It's like, I'm going to push this narrative so we can continue to push our agenda.
You know, so
not just the NRA. That's again, we're just
the higher ups are making so much money that they don't want to give it up. Once you give them that, you can't take away. And
then where does the money go? And then the money goes to the promotion of that, the advertising of that, the all the guys that do the consulting for all that. What are those guys that go on into Washington D.C.? Yeah, a lobbyist. Mm-hmm. So then they're paying all this money to the lobbyists and all this stuff. When they can take that money that they're paying to the lobbyists to push their agenda, they can actually use that money for what it should be used for. And again, that just keeps going more and more.
So here's a good example. To buy a suppressor, the ATF, the government ATF says you got to pay $200 just to buy this. It's a tax stamp. So then that just got repealed in January. Mm-hmm. So now you don't need to pay that $200. Mm-hmm. But you still have to find the forms and all that. Right. So they said, why do we got to be registered? If I know it's a little off topic, but it's about money. Like, why do we got to be registered if there's no tax? You said the reason why we have to do a registration is because of tax. There's no tax. So that was just repealed on the 13th, my anniversary. That was actually gone. You don't need to do all those extra steps.
So to get myself my gun, not to say I have a gun, but just saying register it was like $2-3. It was some cheap thing. Now it's $25 all of a sudden.
Well, I was going to ask you. So I just talked to someone today about this because the ones that we picked up earlier. Yeah, okay.
I remember.
So some states you have to pay a permit and then you go right. So you buy a permit. One state it's $100 per permit. Then you have to do the background check and pay full price for the gun. But if you get denied, which happens sometimes for like you don't put the right date or they can't read it, or you lose that permit $100.
Or you can't see.
Well, yeah, or you can't see. That might be a reason. But no, so you lose that $100 permit. Now you can't buy that gun. You got to go get another permit and redo it again. Like, why do I have to pay $100 just to
paperwork?
Well, and again. So let's just go on that topic. So since we already know, because we're using AI 24/7, what we do, and we know that AI is making everything more simple. The process and everything is easier to go through this. So we know that these big companies are using AI to make their job simpler, everything automated. So it's not more expensive to do it. So because they're obviously not doing the things they were doing before, and that doesn't cost them as much. Why are they making everything more expensive for us to do it? And like you said, if the why do I have to pay this huge registration fee, that $100? We know it's not costing you guys $100 to process this registration.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a button. It's a button.
I know. It's 25. 50 cents max.
We don't even get gun cards anymore. When you had a license to carry in Jersey, you got a card. You know what people get now? A printout. Or
it
costs more.
Or it's sent on your phone, or you have an app.
Printout.
Or it's
yeah.
And so now that's less stuff.
I'm just pissed.
Yeah.
I really think about it. It makes you mad.
Again, the management and the things. You know what makes it worse?
Really bad.
You know what makes it worse? They do it all in front of us as if we don't know what they're doing. And there's nothing we can do about it because they're going to keep doing it over and over again. Corporate greed.
Yeah, corporate greed is just food. Oh, somebody said something.
Yeah, Catherine said she read his book some time ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I said his name wrong.
Yeah.
But he said some really cool stuff. Now, do any of us think Amazon not paying taxes is unfair?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that.
I think that's awesome. He made the statement. He said it's not really unfair. You know why? Because that tax code is available to everyone. We just don't have the
ability to get it.
The knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
No,
knowledge.
Get it. We don't have the knowledge to set up the structure where you don't have to pay taxes. You have to set it up and take away. That lot of these rappers.
I'm going to tell you now, because I had a whole different perception before I actually watched the video that we were looking at. And I've always had it's not fair, they're not paying their taxes the right amount, blah, blah, blah.
Changed me.
But then my process after he explained it and really broke it down why it's the way that it is and how it's offered to everybody. And it all goes back to the education and that literacy that you were talking about. We can be doing that same exact process if we were to apply ourselves and do those things that they're doing, because the tax that they're getting, the tax cut, it really put it to me in perspective because of the way that the business is run. So if you're running a business, there's these certain ways of putting it because you're doing things so you don't have to get taxed, and that's set up from day one. And so that's why, you in order to get to where they are, they had to do these things set up beforehand and get that structure going in order to make the money they're making to get there. And if you don't do that pay structure and the taxes set up, then you're going to fail. So it's like, if you don't do it that way and you don't build your business this way, it's not going to get you to where you want to go because you're not set up for it. So it was very helpful.
Can you see me moving on that camera?
I see you're on camera. I see.
I know. He's having a conversation.
No. So I didn't know, because you guys are pros. You guys have been pros for about 5 minutes for me. I didn't know if you guys could see me or hear me.
You blind.
Are you serious?
No, I swear. I just asked Tracy, can you see me moving?
No, we weren't pros.
You right now you are for me. You're frozen. Anyway, go ahead.
We got to get better equipment, so we need donations, please.
Hey, what's up, Alex?
What's up, Alex?
Alex says, "What's up?"
Who were you just talking about?
We were talking about money and how.
No. The other thing. It was a specific point I wanted to say, and I totally forgot what it was.
I see. What was it we were talking about?
Come on, you talking about? I see.
No. I was listening. Devlin was talking about it.
What was I talking about? I see, because I forgot.
Age does that. I totally lost it.
Alex, what were we talking about?
Alex.
We forgot. I just lost our train of thought, and there was something I wanted to say, but he distracted.
No. So you were talking about taxes, and you're like, I wish, like some people can get away with not.
And how we
the loopholes
and doing those different ways of using their tax cuts and all that stuff, and it's fair because we have access to it.
Right.
Go on.
This is where I want to employ people. AI is there for a reason. If you're establishing a business, do not be afraid to use AI and ask the appropriate questions.
Yep.
Because that's what I did. When you're setting up a business, there's a lot of information that you didn't have access to. Now, where you rolling back to? Where's he going?
Will you stay still?
I'll stay still, man.
Will you stay still?
Dude, I'm not getting up and grabbing something to eat and going to the bathroom like Doc.
Oh, that's a very good call.
If you see and you don't get much out of this broadcast, please use AI. If you're establishing a new business, ask AI the pertinent questions. And I think some of the tools that Robert was talking, his name Robert, right? Robert. Anyway, that was talking about Rich Dad Poor Dad. I think that we can have better access because AI is different than Googling something. AI explains it. And the more questions you ask, it'll explain it even deeper. So if you don't get anything else, please ask AI. If you're setting up a business, ask it how to do it appropriately to help. I'm not saying don't pay taxes. What I'm saying is to put yourself in a position where you don't, you have less liabilities and stuff.
And again, that's that financial literacy that he was talking about is educate yourself. Try to get as much information as you can before making those decisions, because worst thing ever for me is to know that I made my own decision and then later on realized there would have been a better route or something else that would help me out in another way. And I just totally missed it because I wasn't trying to research it or find out. And I was just big-headed. Oh, I got this. But no, that was one of his big things that he was talking about was the education, getting more educated on what is available to you. And definitely using AI is a huge piece.
Another thing, back, 25 years ago, when I was starting meat, I was a meat cutter. like when I did my taxes, you didn't know. If I had AI, I could say, hey, I just became a meat cutter. Like what tax deductions can I do? And it would tell me. But back then I didn't know I could write off my boots that I replace every 6 months. I didn't know I could write off laundering my clothes. You know?
Got boots on right now?
He reached down as if he had boots on.
I do not have boots on right now. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm seeing stars, man. I'm seeing stars right now. Anyway, so because that was extraordinarily funny. So you got boots on.
Right? No, what I was saying back 25 years ago when I was able to have boots on.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
But yeah, like
says she uses her AI all the time. And
who?
yeah, good, Catherine Honey Bear.
Oh,
so
all right. So Icy, no, I wanted to touch on Icy's now.
Gotcha.
So Icy, we were talking before we came on, and a little bit on the financial, on the question of, do we really think we are broke, or are we managing our money incorrectly, and are we spending it on stupid stuff that we don't need to be spending it on, like Uber for a cheeseburger to McDonald's, when McDonald's is a block away, and two miles away.
I want to say something first. I'm not gonna. There's a story about that I'm not gonna repeat because apparently it's inaccurate. I'm not gonna say that any particular person did that, but that the point is there. You got someone that lives across the street from a work, and instead of you going across the street because you don't want to hit the light button,
right,
you call Uber Eats or whatever, Instacart.
Yep. And again, that's such
doubling your money.
Again, the corporate greed, they're gonna charge you the maximum amount that they possibly can. And I'll give you guys a story specifically on that. I used to IT for a big restaurant or fast food restaurant, and I was in charge of setting up all of the DoorDash and all that stuff into the system for payment and charge. The amount percentage that they are taking from out of each one, and it's calculated science by pennies and nickels and going up. They, by default, they add so much. I don't want to get out and say all their business on how much exactly that amount is, but the way that I had to go into the system and look at it and say, okay, now for delivery fees, we're going to charge this extra fee, and typing in that number, and I'm looking at all the numbers of all the different stuff and I'm going, and then I'm looking at the other side where the money coming in, because it's rising on the amount of people that are spending that money, is still going up higher and higher and higher. And I'm just sitting here going, okay, so if they're adding this much amount and then people are still spending that much money, this is out of control. So, I mean, I don't DoorDash, or I don't do any of that stuff for ordering food, just because I don't eat a lot. So, but
I order from Walmart. Walmart delivers to me, but it's 30 minutes away from me, or no, about 45 minutes away from me. So, and if I'm by myself at home, I can't get out there and get it at all. So, but I know that they're actually making such an effort that I do tip them well, right?
Right.
Because it's only the price of the items that I'm buying and plus my tip. Because I don't, it's like an Amazon subscription. You pay like $98 for a year and I get free delivery. So that's worth it for me.
For people that it is a cost-effective for, it is a good service. So again, you're using your money correctly and wisely, and by doing that, it doesn't necessarily mean you're not using it wisely, but you have to look at the percentage of people that aren't. And then, so are those?
It's different when you pay $20 for a $10 hamburger,
right? And are those the same people that are complaining, saying they don't have money in their account and they're broke? I mean, because for me, because you do spend your money on some crazy stuff sometimes. Well, don't get me started on your Versailles. Don't get me started on your technology. Don't get me started on all your subscription stuff that you keep adding on because you want to keep doing stuff.
Speaking of that, subscriptions, that's another thing.
Exactly.
We used to have phones that you could have the memory card that could come in and out. Because if it gets full, you could put all your stuff on it and take it out and put a new one on. Then they said, no, we want you, if you want more data, you got to pay.
Yep.
Or if you want more storage, cloud storage, you got to pay.
We got a new company that needs money to fund.
Greedy bastards got it for that.
And they said, no, we need to put it up in the cloud. It has to be in the cloud. We got to spend money because we got to.
Well, and look at our music is the same way. Our music and TVs are the same way. Before we could buy a CD for $10 or $5 when they're on sale, and then we'd own it forever. Now it's like, no, you can have access to 10,000, but you got to pay every month to us forever. Like, and then the same with movies. You got streaming services.
Right.
Yep. And they all stack up. And Connor had a good point. I'm going to just touch on it a little bit. Connor says he's here. What's up? He came in late. Yeah. Welcome in, Connor, again. And he said, I think they are more expensive compared to the average wage, but also there's a million more things to buy. What cool stuff was really around in the 1980s? Well, exactly.
No, he mentioned that to me too. Like in 1990, what were we spending money on?
Right. And so there's obviously, and again, corporate. Well, we don't want to say corporate greed.
Greedy bastard.
Well, no, because again, it's a combination. I don't want to completely put it on corporate greed.
Greedy bastards.
Because it's also innovation and it's also job growth, and it goes to the economy. So yes, we do have a lot more stuff and a lot more things, but that is a result of it creating more job and more wealth. So those people that are creating those jobs that we now buy stuff on, that actually did help our economy.
Trickle down economics.
It does help our economy because business. And,
it's kind of like you got Frosted Flakes and Cheerios, and then they go, well, now that's when we only have 2 choices, and then now let's add strawberries. Well, we got to charge more because we're adding strawberries, but now we have 2 different kinds, and then now you have 30 different cereals, and so we have more choices.
Right,
but
because we really want strawberries, but we don't need strawberries in it. But because they said they have this.
But we have that free agency to buy those.
And this is perfect for you and your area of the country in the Northwest, like in the woods. Like if you go into the liquor store, right? Back in the day, the liquor store used to have like certain brands, like your liquor store probably had like a couple 40 ounces and some moonshine.
Well, hey, it's got oldie. Don't worry. It's got old English.
You probably had a couple OE. When you went on went in the little shelf back there, probably had some small little bottles like y'all do there. you had some old.
No, usually it's on somebody's porch. It's usually they're making their own alcohol.
Look, man, I'm making a point, but what y'all laughing for? I'm just saying because where you come from, I'm sure y'all go check out.
Why is it me?
Listen. So old shine. Now, how many flavors of moonshine you got now?
We finally got a liquor store. What are you talking about?
So yeah, made it.
It's an actual. It sells the alcohol in there.
My point is that look at all because I used to work at a liquor store. We couldn't sell it because I was in high school, but you could work in the stock back area, whatever stock room. So, but look how
did you stock Mad Dog 2020?
Yeah, of course you did.
Mad Dog back in college. Yeah, we got the kiwi flavor. What was your favorite flavor?
Dude, it didn't matter. None of it mattered on the flavor. It's Mad Dog. I brought Mad Dog. Okay.
The amount of different types of liquor we have now.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
And,
it's insane. It's insane.
Dedicated liquor stores that are like Sam's Club style. Now we got that is just strictly, for alcohol.
We have Total Wine and More. That's a big one.
So those kind of stores.
So listen, we got to get back to our general topic. And I'm personally dedicating this to Robert Kiyosaki. I think that's his name. I think that's how you say it. But one of the things, and Honey Bear, you still there? So one of the things, this pertains to all of us and Honey Bear as well. Work to learn valuable skills, not merely to collect a paycheck. And I think that's what we're all doing.
Yes.
I see, I know for a fact you're doing it. I know I'm doing it. I know my computer's wide open. His computer's in there. I know your computer's right there. And I know Catherine is doing the same thing. We are learning valuable skills, not merely to collect a paycheck. We're learning valuable skills that we which is something we love to do. First of all, something we figure out like, oh, we really like this, and trying to figure out how to monetize that. I think that's very important. That's what his
that's huge. And to not do the paycheck, do it with passion, and do it because you see the end goal of where you want to go.
So I watched a video before about prices of colleges, right? From back in the day, and how the tuitions have skyrocketed, right, for traditional colleges. This girl, she got on today, I just seen it like a couple days ago, but I've seen it a few times. She's like, "Tell me why I'm 25 years old.
Right.
I have $80,000 in debt, and I can only find a job making $90,000 a year."
Right.
And I'm thinking, $90,000 a year. And it's not even in the field that she graduated and studied for. So it's like she's complaining. She spent it's crazy the way we're thinking. 90,000 a year. I know it's not what it was, but that's way better than most, I think.
It is, actually. It is.
At 25, you're making 90,000 a year, or like that. It's crazy.
Me and Doc were working on numbers, and it's just really odd that it kind of coincides with what we're talking about today. And it was talking about how many, the amount of millionaires. And if you look at a number, out of 100, only 5 would be a million. So it's like the amount of people that are making that kind of money is not that much.
And when you're talking greed, whenever our country goes through traumatic things, there are a group of people that become instant millionaires. During COVID, the 3M people, there's all these things that just instantly, right. When we go to war, same thing. War makes millionaires out of Americans. It's crazy.
Just touch on that just for a second. So that 3M company, that because of this unfortunate incident that we had with COVID, it was an unfortunate incident, however people say it.
Whatever.
But they capitalized on it by accident, and it wasn't like it was, we built this money, this, and this. So what, in my mind, I'm thinking, why couldn't you turn that back around to your people? And so now me personally, be like, since all of this tragedy, we're gonna drop prices on all of our stuff and give this back to the community, blah 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 blah, because you guys didn't have to. They made a grip of money from it, but a lot of people suffered and weren't able to pay a lot of stuff. So now let's give it back to them. Like if you want to buy a 3M product, it's going to be cheaper now for a little while.
I think the problem when you were talking about greed and corporate greed also is like, you look at like if there's a company that's going to pay me $400,000 a year to do what I'm doing at $200,000, I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
I will. If that's what they're paying me, I'm not going to say I'd like to do the job, but pay me half. I won't do that. Who's going to do that? Nobody. So somewhere, and it's like these athletes making $32 million a year contract. It's like you said, Doc, do we need do you need $1 billion? Right. Like I get that part, but if they're paying that and you're making that, then where's the problem?
Yeah. And so
I don't want to pay $20 for a hot dog.
Right, exactly.
At a game.
But we know that they have to do that to pay the people that they're paying all that money.
And with corporate greed, you're not eating a hot dog anymore.
Right.
It used to be.
Nope. All right. So Connor said a couple of things. Yeah, I don't know, though. I think it benefits the wealthy 100 times more than it benefits you and I. And I do agree with that.
And that's because money makes money.
And then the second, they don't make innovations to help the people.
No, they don't.
Just their bank accounts. Exactly.
That's it.
It's a lot of their pockets. And again, I think it's more intentional, Connor. And it's not that they don't make it to help us. They purposely make it so we can't do it. So they were locked into them only. And again, it's all that.
Well, okay, so it's like when Elon Musk took SpaceX public, right?
Yeah.
So once that went public, one of the things that you could elect when you're working there is to get like the stocks or part of the profit sharing. So when he went public, 28 of his employees became millionaires. because that in a way that did raise the people. There was a janitor that became a millionaire and decided to quit. He was an older janitor, and he said, I want all the kind of SpaceX stock you can give me. And boom. So in a way, like you said, with 3M, you would like the fact that they made all this more money. They just skyrocketed, and they raised their prices on their products during COVID.
Exactly.
So
I'm talking
because
about.
no one could get it. They had a reason that they could justify it, because they're like, we've got, we got less people working. We got more whatever it is. But still, like you said, why can't they give back?
Plus some.
So, quick question for people out there watching, listening. If you do this later, there was an exercise I saw from I think it was a legal class, right? So, everybody raise your hand that thinks war is bad. If you could stop all wars and stop people from getting killed, raise your hand. Whole class goes like that, of course. Now, I want you to think from another perspective. You just started a company that's selling ammunition to that war effort, and you just started it, and you can make $1 million a day for however long the conflict is going on. Would you stop that war today?
Yeah, I know. To get $1 million a day.
Well, and that's what I mean. And if people will, you're not going to say no to that.
Because this goes right along.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so below the Periscope, Pete said, mostly every person 40 to 45 years old have already made $1 million each without knowing it mathematically.
Right.
So if you put that in perspective, if you by default we've made that much, and yet what do we really have to show for it?
But see, again, we can't look at it that way, because if half of our check goes to housing, then did we make $1 million? No, we made 500,000. Let's just say. Then we got to feed ourselves. Then we got to have kids. Then they want a baseball bat. They want a glove.
You could have lived in a cabin,
right? But the fact is, you still made it, though. You still made.
No, you made it. But like, what could you do with it? Is what I'm saying. Like, what were you able?
That was my point. Is going back to what you were saying. Are we using our money wisely? And are we squandering it and not spending it on stuff that we don't need? Or
I did a little project when I worked at Safeway. I was getting Starbucks every day, twice a day, right? And that was back when it was cheaper than it is now. So I decided to calculate how much I actually spent on my Starbucks, and I was like, that was $65 in 1 week of Starbucks. Like, and then I'm complaining about buying a CD for $2.99 in the discount bin, right? So I'm like, wait a minute, I'm just gonna stop doing Starbucks for like a week, just to see. It's amazing how much, like, I could bring my own coffee, make my own coffee, bring it in my own mug, and still have this coffee all day.
Right.
Now, there's the greedy bastard component to that. Somebody did the experiment where all the cups give you the same amount of fluid, where you get the small, medium, or large.
Oh, dude.
Cup. There's the greedy bastard component right there. So
McDonald's said it only cost for a large drink of syrup, only 5 cents of syrup for a large Coke.
We made $1,045,000 and just in time, just in the time you've made during this podcast today.
Yeah, and Elon
Musk.
Who
made that?
How much did Elon Musk make?
How much did Elon Musk make?
It's what is it, $1,400 a second or a minute or something like $1,400 a second?
Oh yeah, it's
a minute he makes.
Insane.
Like so listen, I'm the host. Y'all talk too much. Okay, so
what?
Y'all talking too much. So listen. So like I said, this.
Oh boy, you never shut up. You talk too much. Hey, you talk too. Oh, sorry.
The wealth inequality is the richest countries is insane. Oh yeah, we got a trillionaire in America. It's also exactly.
Yeah,
it is sad when you compare countries that don't even have running water, and then we're complaining because our Starbucks closed an hour early tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, go on down.
So one, and I'm gonna go back to that particular point. You can't get mad at the trillionaires because the tax code for them is for us as well. It's just financial literacy is where we're falling apart. So just a couple of points, because I'm not gonna go through all of them that Robert from Rich Dad Poor Dad basically stated the rich acquire assets, others often accumulate liabilities they mistakenly call assets. Like when you just do silly stuff, like there's stuff you just don't need in life, but we just got to have it. Mm-hmm. Assets put money in your pocket, liabilities take money out. We all know that. A high income does not automatically create wealth. What matters is how much you keep and invest. That's obvious stuff. Mm-hmm. So just a couple points. We'll go through the rest of them. I know we're having a good conversation here, but I think crazy.
Another thing is we're a disposable economy now, like a society. We're a disposable society where I just found out like the new Ford trucks, they're using oil pans that are plastic. Mm-hmm. And they say, why? And they say, well, they have a life expectancy of 8 to 11 years. Mm-hmm. So they know going in that these are going to deteriorate and die. Instead, they could use metal and it'll last the whole lifetime like the old Ford trucks did back in the day. But they know it's a revolving thing. Like, we know it's just our wash machines, our dryers, our microwaves, all these things have now TV, like an end date.
They're all throwaway now. I mean, we were just talking about this yesterday and the day before. Mm-hmm. You know, how much it costs to get a TV the size, you know, but and we don't repair those TVs. We used to have repair TV guys and they repair them. Now they're all throwaway TVs. After you've had
again, it's weird. It's weird.
Years, you throw it away.
But it's weird because back in the day, I got a 42-inch TV and it was like almost $1,800. Yeah. And it was a tube TV. Now I can buy a 55-inch for $4.99 or $3.99 on sale. Yep. So we're a throwaway society. So like it's cheaper, but we're just gonna throw it away. We're gonna buy a new one.
Yeah, that's true. What's that next?
Read it up.
But it's not the same for some people are born with the opportunity to own a company that they can leverage to take out loans.
Yep.
Right, to take out loans which aren't taxed like the income is, right? The rich or poor only have like 100K income.
That's true. And again, and I agree with that. And I think more so, it again goes back to what Doc was talking about before. It's education. No, the financial literacy side, because I understand there's a lot of opportunities for a lot of people because of their parents, or they've got an influence, they've got an in to get that loan grant money and blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, they have that financial literacy from the past, passed down generation. So I get that. So we can't just keep whining about what they had. We have to go back to what he's kind of talking about, is educate ourselves and start that generation so your kids can be set up, so your grandkid can be set up. So there are so many avenues and things to set up to be able to set your family up so they can do the work. So it's unfair that it is the way that it is, but at the same time, we do have those same opportunities that they have if we can actually try to get there. And again,
I do think a lot of the millionaires and a lot of the like ultra wealthy, they live beyond their means. Also, they have 4 houses that maybe one of them they haven't visited in 5 years, right? Exactly. So me in my life, right? I look around and go, am I happy right now? Am I happy? Like, would I be happier with a better running vehicle? Yes. Would I have like things? But then again, it goes back to living beyond your means. You got a lot of nowadays where all of our culture, social media, all is about the best, the brightest. I'm a dancer. I'm this. I make money. I'm this lipstick costs $30, right? Oh, mom, I need this Ultima. I need. I need this. I need what?
You wear lipstick? What color?
What kind of dancers are you talking about? Exactly, I make a lot of money.
I have a private dancer, Deanna. She's my dance instructor, and she's teaching me some moves.
I was on the phone with her today.
Yeah, we saw her today.
Yeah, we saw her today on her live.
Yeah, I seen her recent. Anyway, no, but we see this beauty. This world that we can't attain. So we go and we get credit cards that we don't need. We get a loan. We get the newest car because we get we don't need it, but that's what society is forcing down our throats. And the newer generations are sucking it up.
Or no, you want to read that?
Yeah, hold up.
I know. I'll put it back up. I'll put it back up.
It's but it's not an issue of financial literacy. Odds are none of us will be able to use those tax loopholes because we won't have the assets, no matter how financially. No. Honestly, that's what Robert said in Rich Dad Poor Dad. We have access. It may be on a smaller scale. I mean, but you do have access to those exact codes. But you're right, though. Like if you buy, like what is this one rich guy? He bought all this land, and I agree with you because there are points well taken with that. Like there was this guy, he bought all this farmland, and I think it was like 30 acres, but then used 1 acre with cattle and horses. And it gave him a whole tax break because there's some
just because he had,
and that's all he's doing. He put some cattle and horses, paid whoever just to watch those cattle and horses.
Yeah. But again, see, he's getting the tax breaks, but he has to maintain the horses. He has to pay for that. He could have left it empty and not paid any extra money.
Right, but he saved $30 million in taxes. So what I'm saying is paying a couple $100,000 for the hands of the 10 people he's using to watch the horses and things. It's nothing compared to the $30 million he saved. I forgot where I at that, but that's good.
Well, I guess I look at it like it's all relative because that guy's a millionaire and he bought, let's say, 500 acres, right? Where I am not a millionaire, but I can buy 1 plot of land that's empty in my area, right? Mm-hmm. And if I can do the same thing he did, I may not save 30 million, but I may save 20,000. Right. So
perspective.
It's the perspective.
Exactly.
What constitutes a farm animal to get that break? Right. His was on a bigger scale.
And again, so you're right. Education.
Oh, like in our town, it's a chicken. If we have 2 chickens, no, seriously. We had a family that got all these chickens because they got a tax break. This is no joke. No joke. It's so funny you say that about the tax break.
Chickens, right?
Yeah. I would wake up hearing the darn rooster. Chickens. Crazy.
So Pete, exactly. So it might be on a longer piece of translation. We suck. We don't work together.
Yes. Yeah, you are 1,000% sure. You're right on that. Working together and the collaborating. Because again, that goes back to that education.
Yeah. We just proved right there that one guy served 30, and I see good point that one guy saved 30 million. But you're right, you get some chickens like your neighbors. You get some chickens on that land.
No, but that wasn't the 20,000. That was, I was saying that was hypothetical. But the darn thing, the chickens were real. Yeah, that was real.
The rapper, he was talking about his money and how he started really looking at things, and he talking about all the type of tax breaks he can use. He started educating. So a lot of these rappers are really, really smart guys, despite what we
so like my father-in-law, he bought a house and instead of buying a new house, he paid his off completely. When he sold it, he bought outright the next house. So he didn't make payments. So he has built it up. He's built up a pretty good life with just like the 20,000 to the 30 million, right? Like I could start out with 20,000, but then I do that twice more. And then I get my son to do it. Right. Then that's where you start. Then the next thing you know, 2 generations, we're got the $30 million thing going on.
Right.
And again, it has to start somewhere. And like our educational system is completely broke, and that's stuff that we should be taught young on how to do those tax breaks, how to invest right, how to do all that, because that's for future.
I would vote for a levy to extend the school 1 hour to include a financial literacy class.
We won't be able to do it in our society.
No,
we won't be able to do it.
I know, but I would vote that in though. I'm just saying, me personally, I would vote for that.
For example, look at all these foreign kids, right? How many foreign kids do you know? I mean, maybe you not know personally, but you know for a fact, by the age of 6, they know like 4 languages.
Oh, I know. Because they make it a priority.
We won't change anything to make our society. I've sent videos. I didn't send them to you, IC, but I sent videos to Harmony.
Wait a minute, you sent me some weird videos. I don't remember that one.
Stuff I sent you, bro. That's public. But listen, so but like I saw this little kid, right? He dirt bike kid. He was on a dirt bike, dude. He was 2 years old. His parents had him a dirt bike and a mini dirt bike. He's going around. But you look at that and you say, well, these kids are smart. But we refuse to put an educational system in play that would teach these kids massive skills by the time they're 3 and 4. They may not understand how to apply them, but you could teach a kid 3 languages. They can learn Spanish, English, and French. And by the time they get to 5 and 6 years old, that they're fluent in it, but they don't really realize it. They don't know they're learning.
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
I was going to say, there are a lot of poor countries. There are a lot of poorly educated countries that know way more like languages and skills like that, because the parents teach the kids, even though they're not in school for 8 hours, a day, but they're learning by, like you said, you got to teach yourself.
So Tracy said, I think part of the problem also is that a society, we spend too much time comparing our lives to others and judging. I had 1,000. Well, they got this, so I must have
keeping up with the Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses.
So,
yeah, I was Trace.
That's what I was going to say. So a part of this, these guys know it. So part of this was, I think society would be so much better. This is my opinion. If we got rid of, kind of piggyback on what you're saying, if we got rid of racism, stop judging people on stupidity and racism and greed. Racism and greed, I think, is the biggest thing in the world itself that's causing all the problem. We're judging people by the color of their skin and wasting too much time and effort when it doesn't mean anything, right? We have corporate, we have people that get to these PowerPoints and all of a sudden they're greedy aspirations. Instead of making 10 million, they want to make 20 million next year, and they could care less.
Yep.
They could care less if you're starving, trying to figure out how to feed your family based on the salary.
So many times.
So greed and racism is it. Like we just focus on dumb shit. Can I say shit?
Yeah, say shit.
We focus on exponential generational wealth. Great elaboration on topic.
Yep. It's important. Is that you?
Who's that? In Zimbic?
Ozempic. No, that's a shot you get.
Is that Nick?
I'm not sure.
Is that you, Nick? Hey,
what?
My buddy Nick.
Oh, your brother. What's up, Nick?
What's up, Nick?
Nick.
Nickelodeon.
But no, I lost track now. Sorry.
I just talked to a guy. I talked to a guy 2 days ago. That was when he was younger. He was in the dating scene, right? And he was like, dating, and he didn't like materialistic women. He didn't like the fact that so he, I was telling him the story. I was telling him the story about when I met my wife, and one of the managers at McDonald's said, Mike lives in a tent, right? And then she just played it off. She was laughing. Well, the fact is, I lived in a trailer with my parents, a travel trailer. And then during the summer, I set up a tent for myself because I had more room. So I did live in a tent technically. And when one time Tracy thought that was like, oh yeah, he lived in a tent, right? Yeah. But then when I had to stop by my house and get something, I pull up and my lights are on a tent. Tracy's like, he lives in a tent. So I right there, that shows you she wasn't about money. She loved me. She absolutely loved me.
Yo, she is such a great,
amazing
woman.
What's up, Nick?
Yeah.
Nick. It is Nick.
If the tent thing survived, bro.
Yeah, I know. You're in there. Man. You're in there.
I know. I am blessed. I am very blessed. Yes.
Not going to
I'm like,
the brothers said ain't gonna make it.
He does live in
Well, and then I'll tell you one more broke story. I pulled up to my her uncle's house. And at the time, I had my Audi, which had the back seat, where the battery was in the back seat, but the battery was all messed up, charging system. So I had to plug it in wherever I go. I had to keep it charged. So when I pulled up to his house in his garage, Uncle Cliff, I go, Uncle Cliff, do you have an extension cord? And he goes, what for? I go, I got to plug in my battery in my car so it'll start when I take Tracy home. And he's like, you got to be kidding me. He's like, Tracy, what are you getting involved with this guy for? He needs to plug in his car.
Do that. I don't know. Man, that's good people right there, because we ain't got that.
Oh,
no, but you know what though? Nowadays, think of this, Doc. This is for you. You plug in your car now.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly.
I was ahead of my time, dude.
Yeah, that's a good one right there, bro. Because we couldn't do it. Anyway, okay, so I'm the host. Come back to me. So anyway, back to Robert.
That was about being broke. That's about our expectations. No, but that's truly a story though.
No, but I'm the host and y'all talking too much. So okay, back to me.
Sorry.
So
wait, Doc is the host.
You interrupt me again. So focus on cash flow rather than appearances, titles, and damn it, that's it right there. I ain't even know I was reading that. Focus on
You should
cash
read
flow,
all of them, Doc. Don't get
titles.
interrupted. Read them all.
Yep. Y'all want me to roll through?
Go.
All right, I'll start with the. Okay.
Well, you already read all of
I
them.
know. I'm gonna stop. All right, I'm gonna start right here. Build income producing assets as businesses, investments, intellectual property, or rental property. Okay. Your home may not be a true asset if it continually costs you money without producing income. Stop buying a damn house that you can't afford. Married or not married.
Amen.
Listen to yourself.
Amen.
And understand what your finances are.
Amen.
You know what you should do if you're having problems like that? Move into someone's house in New Jersey.
What?
That's,
What happened?
you just need to leave your home and go to Jersey.
You ain't paying no rent, bro.
Wait, he's not paying you rent?
Oh, heck no.
No,
Oh,
man.
that's how you save money. Smart dude. Devlin, smart man.
Listen,
You're a smart man.
I know that is smart. See,
Thank you.
But he's got to take care of. We told you, we know.
Keep going.
So anyway, fear and greed often drive poor financial decisions. Absolutely, right. A job provides income, but ownership creates greater long-term wealth potential, and that's what we're all doing, right? We're doing what we love. We found our little niche in the virtual world. Honey Bear, you as well, and we're all really investing in ourselves now. Learn basic accounting, investing markets, taxes, and legal structure. You got AI that can help you out with that now. So it's not like something you got to go read and understand. You can actually plug that in, Claude or ChatGPT or Boo Boo's AI. You can find out exactly what you need to learn. Pay yourself by setting aside money for assets before unnecessary spending. That's true. Avoid lifestyle inflation when your income increases. That is massive. And that a lot of couples deal with that. Just because you got a little extra money, it's like, oh, let me step up and get this. Sometimes you just need to sit back and chill. Okay, failure is a part of learning. Calculated risk can create opportunities. Yes, because I've been failing like a jackass for a long time, and now I finally figured out some great calculated risks I'm willing to take. That I think it's going to turn out really well.
Thank you, Devlin, for teaching them.
Already are.
We only got about four more. Work to learn valuable skills, not merely collect a paycheck. That's what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. Catherine, you're in that as well. Gloria's in that too.
Yep.
People who love what they're doing and figuring out how to really monetize that. Sales communication, negotiation, leadership, and financial management are essential wealth building skills. A lot of us don't have those skills, but we can learn to at least get functional at them. Doesn't matter if you don't know. Two more. Wealth is measured by how long your assets can support you without a regular job. Yes. And that's what we're all working on. The last one, the ultimate goal is financial independence, income from assets exceeding monthly expenses, which is basically
what we're saying. Yeah.
That's what I get.
I think another key phrase is delayed gratification. The newer generations, they don't understand the delayed. It's like if they see a TV. No, listen, Linda. Don't get off track. Don't get off track. Delayed gratification. See, you guys you're not listening.
Delayed gratification.
So if I want a new TV, I could save up $50 a week and in 6 or a month or whatever, and then I could buy it, or I could get a credit card with a 20% interest, right? Which will never get paid off in the next 5 to 10 years. So all if you think, if I had to, why is our society like this?
I know it doesn't. That's why I had to say it. So
no, it's like you got to sometimes because you got to delay your
gratification. You know what I'm saying? Spend a lot of alone time.
It's hitting me more. I say it. It's hitting me more.
Okay, keep going with it, buddy.
I'm not gonna say that phrase no more.
Yeah, she's walked by.
It's delayed. She's not home. It's delayed.
So, yeah.
I'm not going to pay someone to get that gratification. I'm going to delay it so I don't have to spend that money.
You got to wait for them to get there. You got to make sure there's security's in place.
You got the pimp, right? He's stressing you down for some extra $50. Oh, different. We're talking different stuff here.
Yeah, we're talking different.
Yeah, using your money wisely.
No, but you know what I mean. If you actually think of
hold on. That might actually save you some money. Why you do that?
What did he say?
Save you some money. Why you, man? Why you put that in my head? That might save you some money.
I'm gonna sell feet videos. That's what I'm gonna do. That's it. I'm gonna make some money. I'm gonna make some money.
Entrepreneur. Be a true entrepreneur, right? Yeah.
I was always no, seriously about that. Listen,
you can stop. No. We're not talking.
I gotta channel Gloria. Listen, Linda. No. Ever since I was little, my dad has always told me, it's great to work for somebody. It's great like that. That's great. But if you owned your own business and you work for yourself, then you control your destiny. That when I was little, I got my dad's brand new lawnmower and I wrote Mike's Mowers on it, and I went around and I mowed grass. He was pissed at me because I was using a brand new mower. But all my life, I did a world-class cleaning where I cleaned up McDonald's playlands. Like I'm always thinking of like, what can I do on my own?
And that was one of the big things that the video was talking about, is changing our mindset from employee mindset to entrepreneur mindset, and saying I own instead of, and changing that I'm not an employee. I don't want to be an employee and work for someone. So I have to have that mindset that I'm not going to be an employee, and I need. And there's two different.
My dad had good advice. I need to write this stuff down.
That was one of the things that he said was, if you have that mindset, there's two different paths for each one is a separate path. So if you're going to go into that employee mindset, then you just be your employee and do all that stuff. But
you're going to be a number in the grind. Yeah.
Or if you're going to go into the entrepreneur, then you have to have that right mindset and go in that right path the right way. So it's completely, you have to make that mindset and that change. Am I going to be an employee, or am I going to be a business owner? Am I going to be the one running the company? So I need to.
And you know what though? The world needs all of them.
What?
The world needs all that. Some people are just fine being a worker, and they don't want to achieve any more than that. They're happy. Everything's fine in their life. They don't need any more. That's fine.
But they don't get to complain either.
Right. Do you know why we're going to be successful? Icy, Harmony, myself, people like Gloria, and people like Catherine, and it's plenty, but there's plenty of us out there. So I'm going to skip all the people we know that are doing this, because we're finding things that
Periscope guy.
Right. Yeah, just everybody who's doing what they love. So I've met a lot of people who've found something that they love to do. But what it is 99% or 90%, no real stats. They're just going on what I think. Most people are not going to follow that advice. It's like if you take a bunch of kids and you sit there and you give them speakers. You take a whole couple of days and you give them speakers talking about how to do this, how to do that, financial literacy, whatever it may be. 75% of them ain't going to listen. So that's why to be successful if they really listen.
And Catherine said she's been in her own business since 12. She's listened to her. She followed in her dad's footsteps.
What's Catherine doing at 12? Dude, that's like Catherine. We got to talk.
She's probably doing yard sale stuff.
Say babysitting. Oh, maybe or maybe
lemonade stands. Come on.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe her and her whole.
Catherine, we got
okay, Catherine. What did you do at 12? What did you do?
Yeah, Catherine, tell us what you did at 12, your business.
Yeah, because I'm concerned.
She's like, I ran a corporate enterprise or something. Watch. She's going to do something amazing.
Come on, Catherine, what you got? Come on, type it in there.
Yeah, Catherine, what'd you do at 12?
We're waiting for you to type it in.
No, but also it's your own personal measure of success. Because if I liked what I was doing and I owned my own business, and I was making an extra like a couple $1,000 a month that I could put away, I don't need to be a millionaire.
So Catherine said, and it sparked a whole new brain.
Selling weed?
Selling seeds.
So you was a weed?
So you sold
she was a neighborhood pharmacist. Neighborhood pharmacist.
Poppy seeds? Or what kind of seeds?
Hold up, I'm busy.
Hemp seeds?
What?
She said she was selling seeds, bro. She was selling weed at the age of 12.
And then she had her mother sign me up for Avon. Oh, so you were selling seeds.
So mom used her as her own downline.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh, why didn't I think of that when I was doing Amway?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So you're selling weed and you're wearing makeup. That's not a good
At
combo.
12.
at 12. Hey, you know what? Where was she from? She grew up. She grew up different. She grew up different.
We gotta talk to Catherine.
Yeah. At 12, you know.
Hey,
Catherine, call me after the podcast. Call me up. Call me up. We gotta talk.
All right.
What's
So
that?
let me put up her podcast.
Her podcast.
Hold on.
You're back.
Her last podcast was on Club Room. It was talking about dating apps. And I ain't saying nothing.
God, I need to get in there. I feel so bad.
Podcast Friday, August 21st in the Grand Pavilion is what men and women really need to feel secure in love. Which is what do they need?
I need a lot.
Secure in love. Actually, it's so funny that we were that topic.
Sell weed and wear makeup.
And what your man needs. She knows what her man needs.
We were literally just talking about similar to that and what the needs and what genuinely what we need.
One of our projects.
Yeah.
One of your projects.
Yep. So vegetables and flowers. Oh, seeds for vegetables.
She didn't say that.
I know.
She had time to Google it.
Yeah.
Non-GMO seeds. I like the way she thinks.
Wait. Mom didn't sell Avon, just you?
At 12?
At 12? So mom just signed you up for Avon and set you free.
Boy, that's child abuse.
And how much did you pay mom? How much did you have to give it? What was mom's cut?
Yeah,
she didn't get no money. Catherine got no money. Mom got all of it.
Yep. Catherine was slave labor at 12.
You know, I thought they outlawed slavery, but I don't know. It looks like it came back in different form. Came back in a different form. Right, forcing your kids to work.
Avon. Well.
Amway. No, it was me with Amway. I was the same way. I was a slave to Amway.
Yeah. All right. Doc, it's you.
Oh.
This is yours.
That's right. Well, now you want to come back to me. I wasn't really prepared.
Oh, by the way, this is yours. This is your topic, Doc. Go ahead.
So the title of if we didn't title it correctly, this is I'm gonna name this greedy bastards because I just think everybody greedy. Look at the food, for example. A gallon of ice cream is not a half gallon. Was a half gallon? A half gallon of ice cream is not even a half gallon anymore. Everything's getting smaller. So my concern is when are they gonna stop? Because things are only
you are not lying.
I mean, everything is smaller, dude. You look at something on the shelf, you're like, dude, that's not the right size. So,
if you're white, you're smaller. If you're black, you're bigger. Like it's just the way the world is, though.
Fact. Yeah, but we're gonna get off of that. That's a whole nother subject. The reality.
Delayed gratification is what I'm talking about.
So, no, seriously. But look in the grocery store, everything's small. I went to go buy. I don't even buy cereal anymore.
Well, no, you know what happened, Doc? You know what happened a few years ago? The FDA, the FDA, whatever, said that candy bars could only have like 250 calories. So they made everything smaller, but guess what? They kept the same price. They kept the same price on the products. So they made the ingredient, the amount in there from 12 to like eight ounces, and then they're still charging the same $3 or whatever.
Yep. And again, that's
corporate greed.
We're gonna get everything cheaper. We're going to get everything cheaper and we're going to make it cheaper for everybody, but we're going to charge you more.
Okay. How about this? Why crunchy cheese noodles cost just as much as the puffy ones, right? When the puffy ones just take up more space with the same crunchy cheese.
Wait, let me stop you on that.
What?
Because you brought the nasty cheese puffs home, and so you can't.
They were Old Bay flavoring.
You can't compare. Your little cheap behind brought these nasty little air puff things.
So go to Aldi's because Aldi's.
See, why did you say that? Why did you say that, Doc? Because you know what? I like the puff ones.
The puff ones.
And now I'm thinking I'm getting cheated. I'm getting cheated.
You are.
You are. Them things were so light, the bag would just float.
Dude, I like them though. Oh.
But you're not paying anything. You're getting less and paying more.
We're gonna endorse Aldi's. We're gonna endorse Aldi's. The one place you can spend $40 and get some stuff. And now it's a little different. It might not be Frosted Flakes. It might be Boston Flakes, or Crusted Flakes, or Crusted Chips, or whatever you gonna call them. So I went and got BA Splash. so I so I thought it had splash in the front of
It just said splash.
Hey, you know what though? Safeway bagged frozen chicken. Listen. Frozen. When I was at Safeway and I toured the Tyson plant, I went. Listen.
Hey, I'm listening. Good.
Devlin, stop smoking weed before the. I mean, whatever you're doing.
And kept going.
No, go, Icy, go. Icy, I'd be like a half a sentence in. Icy, you wrong. Like, Icy, go. Icy. Go ahead. No, seriously. It's
Dude, what was I even talking about? Oh, the chicken. So I went when I was in a meat cutter, we went to the Tyson plant, and they said they were rolling out like the frozen chicken fillets, right? The breast fillets. They were rolling them out in the packages. They were Tyson, and they said, "Oh, it's time to change over. You're here. This is fun." They loaded up the Safeway labels, and then the same facility put the same stuff in there, but it was much cheaper for the store brand than the name Tyson on it.
Yeah, it kept the same price. It kept the
Safeway bratwurst, Safeway Select bratwurst was made by Johnsonville. So it's like once I found out all these companies, they just rebranded them. I'm like, I'm gonna buy Safeway Select every time.
Except the V8 Splash.
Oh,
that was not okay. So
no, I don't know. But here, you actually have the facility number.
He's still going.
Oh, he stopped.
I'm still going because you're still talking.
Go, Doc.
Oh, for the third time, I'm going to start my damn V8 Splash story. Okay.
Wait a minute, you have a V8 Splash story? Go ahead.
So I thought I was getting V8. Now, some of them do taste exactly like the Doritos. They're decent. They were pretty close. They were close.
They were in the neighborhood.
All right. So look. So I thought it was the same color. Bottle was the same. Everything. Except I went to go drink it. I was like, wait a minute.
It was like
it's missing something.
Zero flavor. It was just water. It was like
they
dabbled some juice flavoring.
Flavored water.
It's like Nature's Farm or something like that. But I didn't see that little logo. I thought it was V8 Splash. So sometimes you gotta be a little careful. I understand it's gonna be a little different, but it was good size and it was good price.
All right. So Connor said, yes, shrinkflation is crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah, that's what they called it. Yes, thank you, Connor. Shrinkflation. Yeah.
Tracy said people don't realize that happens for medicine too. Yes. They do the same thing. The white labeling with the medications and with the pricing.
Give me the Amazon basics when it comes to ibuprofen. I don't care.
I'm gonna jump on her medicine thing for a second, right? I was trained in wound care, like diabetic wound care, pressure ulcers, venous stasis, etc. Right? So
thanks for all your help, by the way, with my feet.
Yeah. Well, you don't have no feet. But anyway, but listen.
I know. Thanks. I did have feet when I met you. Thanks for helping me keep them. Appreciate that. You're a good doctor.
You had a foot.
Man, y'all gonna let me be Dr. Smith right now. Okay? Now,
oh, I gotta hear the change in voice. That's right.
But I was trained in wound care. That was part of my training. But here's the thing, right? So
he got up close to the camera. Look at him. He's all different person.
Today's a new day. I see it's on a roll.
So we would treat patients for wound care. So what I'm saying is I learned all these medications. I'm not going to mention them because who knows, probably get sued. But listen, all these fancy medications for wound care, right? So as I been in for the profession, there's this stuff called I'm just going to say there's a liquid you can buy on Amazon, right?
The purple stuff?
That I'm not gonna say exactly, but okay, it is purple. But what it does is, it's cleaned up wounds like you wouldn't imagine, right? And it's because of it's where he goes to the bathroom.
He knows he's going to get the blue cream.
He went to get. Don't put it on camera.
Put it on camera
because I can't. This is no medical advice. I'm not telling anybody to use this stuff for any.
No, he's gonna give his own personal.
Okay, so it's antiseptic, gentian violet, right? And the crazy thing about it is it heals all wounds. I had a local radio host put me on the radio because I healed this wound. How much did that cost, Icy?
I got a 3-pack for like $10.
$10 heals a wound. Now, again, this is not medical advice. Go see your damn doctor. Don't send me no legal paperwork. Okay, because I can't fight, but I'm telling you, you do that, I'm gonna get in shape. That's what I'm popping. So listen, but what I'm saying is there are medications out there like Bactrim double strength, for example. If somebody doesn't have insurance, we usually prescribe that. There's nothing wrong with Bactrim, but it's lost its what's the thing called? Patent or whatever.
Patent. It lost its patent.
Loses patent. So it's a cheap medication, like 25 cents a pill, right? So somebody can afford it. You give them 10 pills, $2.50, right? Or they're going to upcharge it at the pharmacy. But you have all these other antibiotics that are 10 times as expensive, but nobody really, but because Bactrim is not backed by any, big pharmaceutical company, people don't write for it, especially if you're a new practitioner. Gingivitis, same thing. Nobody writes. You can't write for it anyway. You get it over the counter. But the point is, it's a great product. It does do certain things. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. Use it. Go buy it. I'm not endorsing it. I'm just telling you what I've done in my practice. And what I told Icy, I did help Icy out. I gave a suggestion to Icy if his doctor's listening. So listen.
No. He agreed. No. Listen. No. I'm gonna talk about that. I showed it to him, and he said he tells his patients that can't afford the other stuff to use that. There was a big bottle in his room. The nurse told me, wait a minute, we have some of that right here. Right. So I guarantee you that places use it.
They know exactly what it is, but they're not going to tell it unless they don't have the money. And that's crazy.
Yeah. I went to one seminar at Temple that the wound care guy had mentioned the gentian violet. And I was like, cool. I actually smiled. I was in the back there, half asleep. But the point is, I was there, and
you were there.
He mentioned it, but no, he mentioned it. It made me smile because I was like, yo, I see where you're coming from. Some of these products, the body hasn't changed, right? So some products that you would use that are cheap and not, and cost nothing. These combos that you could use that will help people, but we don't promote it because of greed.
Well, and that's exactly. And I'm not going to get in. I'm not going to get in the political debate on COVID, but ivermectin was a very, very effective treatment. But they lost, just like you said, it's lost its patent. So big pharma wasn't making money on it. So they make the new stuff, and they're pushing all this new stuff because my doctor has actually said, look, that this new stuff that comes out, I'm supposed to tell you about it. They want me to tell you, but really, this is the way to go, because she knows, like, this is like low income kind of thing, right? Like, it's a community clinic, and she's like, I have to tell you about it, but here's what you should get. Like, and so pharma just pushing the newest thing.
Of course,
I've healed up a lot of wounds. Yep. I'm sitting there going to my history, like, I've healed up a lot of wounds with that stuff.
All right, back to you, Bob.
It's back to me. Antibiotics and same thing.
Wait, who's this?
Very good point. Very good point on the medicine and the corporate greed that's involved with that. They want to.
Yeah, Tracy, good job.
Yeah, good job.
Thanks, Trace.
She's home. She just got home.
What's up, Trace?
Hey, Trace.
All right.
So.
She's in there.
Yeah, ma'am. Anyway, we're done. Bye.
No.
What?
That's it. Just.
Are we close? Anybody got any closing thoughts or any thought process? I'm tired, man. We'll go eat.
I know.
Go eat.
All right.
Oh. So anyway, this is my paintball shirt. When I used to play paintball, anybody in the Poconos used to play the World War II scenario. Yeah, I was getting down, but I'm too old now. Can't get.
It's time to go. But guess what? I got my paintball shirt on.
I know exactly. I
ain't worn this in years. Okay. Guys, I really appreciate you spending time with us. Please, if you're
seeing I got a question. I looked at the chat. No, I'm looking at the chat. There's a question. It says, Doc, how old were you when you used to wear that shirt in paintball?
Oh, yeah. I was in residency. Me, Brian, and a couple of the nurses, we go paintball up in the Poconos, the scenario game.
How many years ago? It says, follow-up question. How many years ago? Okay.
So what you know what's funny?
What?
I see is the fact that he really believes that you're reading a message.
My bad. It got me all excited. Yeah, I had a banging paper. Me, Brian, and others. I can't remember everybody else used to go. People being gillies.
That's the funniest part.
Yo, you ever play paintball?
Oh, hold on. I got something in chat. For Doc.
So, y'all tripping, man. It was fun. I have a question.
I'm going to do that every episode now. I'm going to say, oh, Doc, hold on. There's a question for you in the chat.
Yeah. Connor said, I have a question. Wait, because he's listening. Yeah, way to go, Connor. Way to pick it up. Way to help you dad.
What did he say? What was his question?
When are you gonna have the cool door tech guys again?
I think Zeke is the most requested person, though.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other guy that was on.
Yeah, I don't know about your kid.
All right, Honey Bear says tomorrow's topic: gossip in the club room. Go for those of you multiversers that are on here. Go into or not multiversers, VRs.
VR people.
Go on into club room.
Hey, we started this podcast to talk about virtual reality, and we haven't talked about it in forever.
No. Let's not release something too soon. We have something coming, by the way. VR.
Oh yeah, I don't have till 2028 to talk about it.
Way before that.
No, I want to talk about alt space because that is really what I want to know.
Yeah, we can do that.
We're gonna talk. Yeah, we'll talk about that too because there is something.
We can do alt space.
All right, pray us out.
I'm hungry. No, I did it last time.
No, you did. Stop.
No, he didn't.
Icy did.
Icy did not.
Stop it.
No, I didn't. You did. You did, Devlin. You did.
You're right.
Yeah. My spiritual prayer. So anyway, thank you. I really thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to be healthy enough to come on the show and spread with limited knowledge we have in life. But we give what we can, and we try to express positivity and to basically tell people from our perspective of how we feel things are going. Not everybody's going to agree. However, we do the best we can. So I really appreciate this. Appreciate Icy's help. I appreciate Harmony for being here and us working together and building some great projects, and all our friends and family who support us through these endeavors. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Nice job.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Trace, for letting us know. Yes, I did do it last time. Thanks, Trace.
Do what?
Prayed last time.
Oh,
she was helping us out. Thanks, Trace. All right. Later, yos. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Hey, wait. Before you go, make sure each one of you hit that like button or share it. Do something.
Sharing is important.
Do stuff. We appreciate it. Later, yos.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Don't forget don't forget the